Yes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm in my fancy new office space. It's amazing. I've had some meetings and stuff in here. I've been doing some work in here, and it feels so good. I'm so glad that I did this. It took forever, but you know what? We got there. This week, I could be working on some more big projects, but I'm not gonna because I am a little bit tired. My back is still kind of, I need to do some stretching, which I will probably do throughout the day. But I figured a nice thing that I need to do that will be relatively easy on me is I do want to start working on the garden boxes because it's getting closer to the point where I need to start doing stuff with those. Now, it's a little bit chilly this week. Today's probably the warmest day. I think the high is going to be in the 40s, mid to upper 40s, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's going to be brisk today. So I don't necessarily want to be out there for a whole long time. But one thing I want to do this year is I wanted to move the slats of the garden boxes together, because when I built them, I left little gaps between them, and aesthetically it looks kind of cool and everything, but just over time dirt seeps through those as I water them, and so then I lose a little bit of the dirt level that's in each of those. So I just want to go ahead and close those up. That should be just real easy, unscrewing the screws and then re-screwing them in. The wood's really soft, so I don't think I need to even pre-drill. And then today I am also going to be, actually both my mom and I are going to get our passports renewed, new upped ones. I realized I haven't had a passport in forever. I kept meaning to get that done and I just haven't. So we're like, you know what, let's do it. And we're going to go do it. We scheduled our appointment like 4 weeks ago because that was the only availability they had. And we have to drive up to, I think, Henderson, which is north of Denver, because the locations near here didn't have any availability whatsoever. So, found a spot. It's today. We're going to go do that. However, up in that direction is also, there's a feed store and a tractor supply store. Might make a stop there. We'll see. Kind of depends on if I can get some work done, how I'm feeling, just so what the mood is. Because I do want to see if they have drip irrigation systems and kind of what the pricing is on those. I would like to get that put in this year, at least in part of the yard, and like the garden boxes would be really helpful. I'll try not to get any chicks. We'll see. So first I'm going to enjoy just a little bit of my coffee before going out into the cold. And then I will head out and we'll work on those garden boxes. what's fun is I can kind of get a sneak peek of how stuff is breaking down in here, because it has a lot of like leaves and whatnot in here. So look at that. That looks pretty lovely. I still need to mix in more compost because there's a lot of clay in this dirt. But you can see it's dark and kind of crumbly. It's exciting. I would get excited about that, but it's probably just a weed. Okay, so I finished 2 boxes, one of the square ones and no, I didn't finish the long one. I did half the long one. I forgot to charge my drill battery, so, and this is kind of a more labor intensive than I thought it would be, so we're just gonna take a break and let that charge. I hear chicks. All right, all done with Tractor Supply and all that traffic. Ew. But I can't really pick it up. But I got 2 giant bags of alfalfa pellets. Let me show you. And you might be thinking, but Morgan, do you have a horse? No. Here's the thing. Alfalfa is very high in nutrients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with some of these pellets. I'm going to put them in a bucket with some water to start letting that like loosen and come apart. And then I'm going to mix that into like the compost and the garden boxes. And so it's just a natural compost thing. It's high in nitrogen, which is really good for the plants and will also help with the breaking down in the compost. So we're going to see how this goes. Because this is 80 pounds. Each one of these bags is 80 pounds. And I got it for like $26, $27, each one $26, $27. So, I mean, like, for as much, essentially, like, fertilizer for compost ingredients that I'm going to get out of this, that's high nutrient, it's pretty good. So here is what those look like. It's just compacted pellets of alfalfa. That's it. Ooh. Ooh. I used to have guinea pigs and this smells like their food, so it's kind of fun, reminiscent. Okay, so here's how much I'm going to start with, because I don't know how much this is going to expand. Okay, I'm just gonna let this sit for a bit and come back out and check it. You can already see some of it starting to come apart and then the air bubbles are coming out. So we'll see what happens. It's the next day. Let's go look at the alfalfa and see what it's done. Wow, look at that. That just all expanded. So I didn't want to add too much water to this. I think I possibly could have added more, but I feel like it's pretty broken up, which is nice. This looks great. So this is what's going to get mixed in to add nutrients to my compost. That's exciting. And that looks like a big old mess. So I am not going to do that today, but that's cool to see that that expanded so much. All right. It is a beautiful day outside. I am so excited. This whole week is going to be glorious. We just had not like a overly cold week, but it was cold enough. I also have some new tasks on my Seed Time app. So I need to start planting some seeds for indoors to get those started. So I'm going to do that. The onions never really did anything. There were those 2 sprouts and then they just randomly died. So I will have to buy onions, but I'm just going to reuse those containers. I think that's the plan. I'll have to see if I need to grab more containers and probably some more dirt. But first I'm going to go get the seeds. Meet you outside. Okay, so I've got all the stuff. I will probably need some more right now. I just have a few little pots with some dirt in it. Again, it's like the ones that the onions went into that didn't do anything. I even did a second round of onion seeds just in case it was like, you know, my temperature inside my house wasn't enough or something. I think they're just too old. Some of these seeds I have are really old, and for some of them, that's fine. And others, not so much. Somebody's a little cranky pants.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on. This a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through. Today I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through. Today I've got better things to do.
Okay, so I guess I'll be taking a little side trip to Lowe's or something. I gotta get a new disposal. This just gave out and started leaking all over the wiring on the bottom, so I'd shut that off. I just did plumbing. If anyone would like to sponsor this video or a next one or anything like that, you reach out, okay? I'm here. Just let me know. Let's talk. Okay, so I'm gonna go run to the hardware store and take care of all of that. This is gonna be just a little bit of a shorter video because I just don't feel like me replacing a disposal is all that exciting of content. So just know that it's happening and I'm having the time of my life. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give me, the likes, the subscribes if you enjoyed this and you want to come back and see more of the content. I've got a ton more gardening, yard work stuff to do. There's a lot more prep. I need to start mixing in that alfalfa. I did in one box and I didn't film that because I was going to work on that again today. So I will show you what that looks like. The boxes were still just a little frozen, so I think over the next day or two that should all melt and it should be a lot easier to work with. And then a lot of digging. There's a lot of digging projects coming up, or at least like the initial stages of these projects involve digging. So plenty of that, if that's your jam, you know, digging. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.